Hi, I'm Carol Jurgensen-Sheets, aka Carol the Coach, and I'm here today to talk about relationships. Now, if you're listening and watching this video, you can apply this to anybody in your life. Maybe it's a family member who isn't treating you right. Maybe it's a girlfriend or a guy friend that seems to put your needs on the back burner. Maybe it's a husband or wife that consistently fails to meet your needs. Wow, what's the common denominator in that? It's you. I mean, truly, if somebody isn't treating you right and that pattern is going on over and over and over again, it's time for you to take better care of yourself. It's time to hold your own self-esteem up and say, you know what, I'm not going to settle. I don't deserve this behavior, and I'm going to stand up for me. Now, I'll be the first to admit relationships can be difficult, whether it be with your sister. I love my sister. It's probably not with my sister. Whether it be with a girlfriend. I love most of my girlfriends. It's probably not going to occur there. On occasion, perhaps. But more often than not, it's in our partnerships with other people. Whether you're married or you've been dating long term, there are definitely times that I know that I don't treat my husband the way he needs to be treated. I've come home from a rough day and I'm snapping at him. He comes home from a rough day and he ignores me. Okay, these behaviors can occur on occasion based on circumstances. But if you're experiencing a relationship that has chronic betrayal, or you're experiencing a relationship where your needs seem to come last, then I have to ask you, why are you putting up with that? Why are you teaching that person to treat you in that way? Because ultimately it has to do with you. You have to have enough self-respect to decide, what do you need? What do you want? What do you expect in a healthy relationship? Again, you have to be realistic. But I'm telling you, if there are patterns that have occurred where over and over and over again you're disappointed, you're hurt, you're feeling rejected or disrespected, then it's time for you to take charge of your life and look at yourself and say, why am I putting up with that? Why am I settling? You know, what I know to be true is when you set good boundaries, people either respond or they don't. They respond to your boundaries. They realize they have to get off the track and get in your life and deal with you in the way that you deserve to be treated. Now, there are certain people that can't do that. And if they can't, then it's probably time for you to move on. Oh, I know if you're in a marriage and you have children, the last thing that you want to do is to put up with behaviors that are going to teach your kids how they should be treated. And yet you also don't want to get a divorce. You also don't want to break up. You want to keep the nucleus family together. I respect that and I appreciate that. But if you are being treated disrespectfully over and over and over again, you're not doing your kids any favors. You know, we as parents are the models for what our children learn to live with. Because they do. They live what they learn. And so you have to decide what is acceptable behavior and what isn't. And more often than not, when I meet a woman or man who puts up with unacceptable behavior, I find out that there's a void inside of them, a void that creates a vortex of needs, and they're too afraid to go off on their own and find their happiness within them. Oh, I know what you're saying. You're saying, gosh, I don't want to rock the financial boat. You know, if we break up financially, both of us will be devastated. Or I don't want to get divorced and have my kids exposed to whatever he is choosing in his life or she is dating. And I get that. That is you not being able to control the life your kids are living. But you shouldn't be a sacrifice either. And that is probably the most important part of life. And I would more than likely challenge you that there's something inside of you creating great fear about doing it on your own. And that can be difficult. Making the choice to stand up for yourself, assert yourself, create healthy boundaries, and living by those boundaries means you have to own up to a certain level of integrity in your life. I'm not meaning to make you feel guilty, but I'm telling you, if there's physical, emotional, sexual, or verbal abuse, you need to run out of that relationship and get yourself in a safe situation with a variety of supportive people. And then decide what you're going to do. Now, maybe you're neglected. You're not abused, you're neglected. He works late hours. He doesn't meet your emotional needs. She doesn't have sex with you anymore. Other people, other things seem more important. Over and over and over again. You know, a lot of the gurus that I've worked with say neglect is more deprivation than abuse. Because ultimately, people don't necessarily see the deprivation, or even perhaps you've gotten really good at hiding that, of faking it so that you'll make it. Now, if you know me, you know I really do believe in fake it till you make it, because that's really acting as if you can do something that you're not quite sure if you can do. But faking a healthy relationship doesn't work for anybody if there's abuse or serious neglect in it. So, I'm going to ask you to evaluate your relationships with your family, with your friends, and with your partners. And I want you to know that I really, truly believe that you know deep down inside if it's a problem or if it's a major deficit in the relationship. And if it's a major deficit, I want you to get some help. I want you to go to somebody who is really good at relationship counseling. You know, if you're experiencing a lot of partner betrayal, somebody who's really good at working with that kind of betrayal. If you are experiencing serious neglect, I want you to work with somebody who's really good at self-esteem. Because what you have to do is get stronger. And when you get stronger, you get smarter. And when you get smarter, you do better. And that's what life's all about. So I'm here to challenge you to really look at your life and decide, what do I need to do to fill the void, to make my life different, and really to create the life I deserve. Whether you have kids or you don't, whether you're used to it or you're not, you have to have self-respect first and foremost. And when you do, you think positively about yourself, there's a sense that you can do it, and you take risks, and you agree to challenges that are a little bit scary, but will obviously stretch you out of your comfort zone and get you to the place that you need to be. So I'm Carol the Coach, and you can always reach me at carolthecoach.com, or you can go to my two websites, carolthecoach.com or Sex Help with Carol the Coach. I'm always here to help you because I know you can do it. My bottom line belief is you can actualize your potential and you can create the life you deserve. And as I say at the end of all my internet radio shows, there will only be one of you at all times. So fearlessly have the courage to be yourself.